Hey, I'm Rob, I have brick and mouth syndrome, and this week I wanna talk about one thing that I constantly go on about, which I'm getting pretty tired of myself. I'm getting pretty tired of hearing myself go on about it, but I think it's important and it matters. So, music festivals, they are still dying. Some are trying out new payment methods or plans, and there are, luckily, still some new grassroots festivals coming into existence. So it's not all doom and gloom, but I still think it's important to go over it, and I still think it's important to try and support these newer, smaller festivals. We need to support grassroots, or the entire scene will die from the head down. Last year, I believe the stats were released, there were 78 music festivals that were dead. They've had their last ever outing and they were cancelled, never to return. That is absolutely fucking shocking as a number and as a statistic. I know there are thousands of them every year in the UK, but still losing them. Recently, in Ireland, there was a music festival, Ireland's longest running electronic music festival, Celtronic, probably butchered that both ways. It's having to shutter, and that's fucked up. It might not be a genre that I particularly care or would cover often, but it's still an outlet for people, and it's still dead. Started by two kids almost 25 years ago because they couldn't afford to go abroad to a music festival. They had to make their own. It was make do or fuck off. And what do? They did the great thing, the courageous thing, and tried making something. But sadly, it's coming to an end. Luckily with these guys, it's not a case of them going bankrupt, it's just a time of them seeing the signs are on the wall, it's probably going to end badly, so end it on a high note. I believe this year's the last one they're running, and then they are done, which sucks, but hopefully someone else steps up in the meantime and fills that gap. It's never good to see these things die. It sucks. Grassroots Rising, set to debut next year, is thinking about getting sort of a Kickstarter model to keep the festival alive, which honestly just seems bad. I'm not entirely convinced they've thought out the wording for this. Is it like Kickstarter, where you just throw money in, get anomalous gifts back, possibly not even the goods that it's funding, and maybe nothing has to be delivered anyway? Most other festivals do a early bird special with the ticket prices, so you pay a reduced price, they get to sit on the money for longer, and they do whatever they need to do with it to get the early startings of it done. I don't understand how this is much different from that. Now, in the interview that they've given to the BBC, there's not a lot of substance to what they're actually saying. It's a lot of buzzwords and a lot of PR about supporting grassroots and supporting underfunded and undersupported artists. There's not really much explaining the in-depth of how and why this system's going to work better. That is a bit of a worry. I'm really not convinced there is much to what they're saying, and I don't think this is the way to secure a festival's financial viability. Anomalous saying it's a Kickstarter sort of thing isn't great. Just pump out a shit ton of nasty, cheaply produced merch and help that fund everything. So, membership can be purchased from September. You look into this festival and it sounds like a good thing for you, give it a shot. No harm in trying something new. Not everything's going to be a bloodfest situation, so give it a punt. And that is taking place in Cambridgeshire next year, 18th to the 21st of June. enjoy. I mean, luckily, there are still festivals that are popping up now. There's a new one that is being worked on, looking to be at the old V-Fest site, so that's kind of interesting. Wonder if it will keep the old V-Fest vibes of Reading light and less of a K-hole sort of situation. Could be cool, could be interesting. Plans currently are it's going to be a 3-day music festival. It'll be in Essex. It'll be at the old V-Fest site. It's looking to go from Friday the 5th of September to Sunday the 7th. An early September one that could possibly cut the school children out from it, maybe. And current plans suggest it will be one main stage and one smaller stage. Which for an emerging first year festival, 2 stages is fine. The fact they're doing 3 days already is kind of crazy. 2 may have been safer, but we don't know what the situation is. And organisers have got in the applications for their alcohol licence, which they're looking to sell booze until 11 at night. So, should be a decent curfew on the event as well. Just assuming by going off of what's been very loosely released to the public. So it's not all doom and gloom in the festival sort of sect at the moment, but there is some things still to be worried about and very careful. I mean, we still need to support local, still need to support the smaller things so they can become something bigger, but we are getting screwed with prices for tickets. They are still closing down all the time, and we're still dealing with Brexit regs on music artists travelling in, which is shit and a fucking joke at this point. So, yeah, not all doom and gloom, not all great, mixed bag of everything. What more can I say? Just a quick little rundown of festival related stuff this week. See if I get this edited in time. Don't really have much else to go on there. Bit of a weird one, but I just want to get something out. See you next week.